What is up, everybody? Zach is back with another episode of Journey to $1 Million. Thank you for joining. The blog is posted on prostockadvice.com/blog. Go ahead and find the link in the description. And while you're down there, smash that like button and subscribe. It really helps me out. I really appreciate you guys, especially the ones that are always consistently joining into the live stream and miss me when I'm gone or when I'm running late. Tomorrow, with that said, tomorrow I am taking a day off from the live stream, but I will be back, and I'm actually making a video where I'm going around in real life doing a review on Cheesecake Factory Shanghai in the Disney town. It's going to be epic, and yeah, today we're going to be adding cake to the watch list. So, the blog is posted. Check it out, pull it up on your screens, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, the S&P is up 1%, Dow Jones is up 0.62%, and Nasdaq is up 2.5%. My Soxal is up 14%, which is awesome. TQQQ is up 8%. So things are looking pretty good. It seems to me like this is going to be a V-shaped recovery for tech. Of course, I could be wrong, and it's too early to say. But if we do look at the Nasdaq, the QQQ, which is up again, as I said, it's like 2.6%. We're right back on the 50-day moving average. So if we can break above the 50-day moving average, I think we're pretty much on the more or less the same level that we were trading on. And then we can use the 50-day moving average as a support. Everything is going to be fine and dandy, in my opinion. But even the MACD is starting to turn around. And once we do pass the 50-day moving average, we will be looking towards this super trend flipping on the day chart. Once that super trend flips, then I'd be pretty interested in getting some positions. Maybe, I mean, since today was up so much, and this week has been good overall for tech, and even with the 10-year going up a little bit, it's still, tech is holding its own and continuing its climb. I think this was a huge overreaction. I don't even think there's a correlation between 10-year and the NASDAQ, but that's what all the talking heads are saying, and they have much bigger brains than us. So, you know, I could be wrong about that, but overall, it's 1.527%, so it was actually up almost 0.5% today. And as you can see, tech still is blasting towards the moon. But nevertheless, I think once we do get past that, I think we will, the 50-day moving average and the super trend, I think we will be blasting up. But actually, since we're up so much, I think maybe tomorrow will be a cool-off day for the end of the week. I think people will probably be taking their profits. I'm not going to be surprised if they're not, and if the NASDAQ does finish up tomorrow, I will be surprised. And I think that Monday would be a good buying day if the NASDAQ is down or flat. Possibly tomorrow, end of the trading day, we could start getting into some more interesting positions, preparing for Monday open, which I do believe, if we're down tomorrow, would be up. But of course, this is just all speculation. It doesn't actually matter. We don't even really need to think about what's going to happen in the future so much. We're just kind of rolling with the punches here. Of course, we do have a tech and growth heavy portfolio, so you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, my portfolio is up 8% today, and that is around 47,000. Yeah, so it's cool. The only position I got was 10 shares of Roblox, which is down actually. But mostly this is due because of the tech and the semiconductors going up. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to add to the watch list today. Actually, I got 3 for you guys to add to the watch list. And if you were on the live stream earlier at opening bell, then you would already know that I would be adding the Ride to the watch list. Now, Ride is Lordstown Motors Corporation, is an American automobile manufacturer of electric vehicles. So they are making a pickup truck. Actually, a really nice looking pickup truck in my opinion, and I don't even really like pickup trucks. I've lived out of the U.S. for such a long time, and there's basically no pickup trucks on the road where I've been for the past 10 years. So I'm not really a fan, although I did have a pickup truck when I used to live in the States. And I'm not sure if I would be interested in getting a pickup truck because I don't really haul things. But of course, it's more of a fashion statement, isn't it? But nevertheless, this is really nice looking. I like it overall. I think it looks like a Silverado or Ram or something like that, compared to the Rivian one, which doesn't look like it looks more like an Asian pickup truck, in my opinion, like a Japanese one, Nissan or something like that. But nevertheless, I really like how this one looks, and it is going to be priced $18,000 cheaper than the Cybertruck. Now, keep in mind, the pickup truck market is $190 billion in the U.S. And there's some speculation that the Tesla is going to capture $50 billion in revenue per year of that, which, yeah, it's possible, but especially in the next some years, 5 or 10 years, when all the cars are electric, I think that would probably be about 10 years out. Although the rate of growth, if it continues, if it exponentially is growing, getting more and more and more and more fast every year to switch over to the electric, like China has done, then I think it might be faster than 10 years. Although, Germany has said by 2030 all new automobiles must be electric. So you never know. I think that would probably be the longest date it would take to switch all over to electric. But yeah, again, that's all speculation. I do think that this is going to be a lot faster than people realize and people think. Nevertheless, this is cool. So let's see how much they can capture. But even if it's mediocre stock, it should do well. I think it could be one of the most popular ones, in my opinion. It looks much better than the Rivian one, in my opinion. Just looks like it looks like a Ram or a Silverado. So of course it should be popular. Like, not everybody's gonna like it to drive around in a Cybertruck. Maybe I'm wrong. I personally would like a Cybertruck, but I'd also like one of these too. It's just a more traditional American truck feel. You can actually order these, pre-order these right now on their website for $100 deposit, just like the Cybertruck did before. And actually, currently, this is trading below the 180-day moving average, so I think this is really interesting. I'm waiting for a confirmation for it to pass the 180-day, like actually go above the 180-day, and then test that as a support, and then I would like to buy on that support and just ride the ride all the way up. So I think that's going to be around $20, and yes, it is trading less than $20 right now. It's $17.70. So we'll see. Although you can always start dollar cost averaging in right now on some shares. I would say is probably a safe play. But the risk is a 3 and I put a risk of a 3, not a 4, because this one is actually trading below the 180-day, and it's only going to go up. Now, delivery should start by the fall of 2021. So I put a time frame of only $35, which is not that high. I mean, it was trading up around 30 before anyways. But once the delivery started, once we get closer to that, then, of course it'll get more priced in. But I think $35 is pretty reasonable. This is, in my opinion, it's going to beat Rivian and Nikola, but don't even need to talk about that one. So I think overall this is going to be a great pick. And then the next one is going to be Coupang CPNG, and Coupang is a South Korean e-commerce company founded in 2010. This is actually, they IPO'd today, and not a lot of people are talking about it because it's just overshadowed by the Roblox IPO, which is cool. But don't sleep on Coupang. Coupang is the biggest IPO from an Asian company since Alibaba. So this is huge, and it's currently only trading for about $50. Let's go ahead and look at the chart. Well, yeah, I mean, there's not much to look at since, this literally just IPO'd. And let me go ahead and add this on to my watch list. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, it opened. The highest it got up today was 69, and it actually fell back down. So currently it is 49. Well, actually, in after hours, it's 51.90. Let's go over to a 1 hour chart here. So yeah, it's coming back up. So I think that this could be it could be a very interesting buy. Why? Because they have a unique return system, which I started looking into it, and if you're interested, go ahead and click right here, and you can read an article actually for expats in Korea on like how to return on Coupang. But it's pretty cool. Essentially, what you do is just you place your stuff outside of your door, or you can go on the app and you can click return this item, and then you can click where you want to place it for the courier to come and pick up the package the next day. So it's just going to be much easier for returns. You don't need to complain to the store. You don't need to, obviously you don't need to take it to the store, but even on like Amazon, you don't need to fill out a ticket and they just streamline it and they make it really simple. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I think this is going to be pretty huge. The e-commerce market in 2018 in Korea was $100 billion, and I think it's closer to $500 billion now. I saw an interview with the CEO. I think he was talking about it's like 500 billion or something like that, or it's projected to grow to that soon. But yeah, I didn't do a technical analysis on Coupang because obviously there's no data. It's just one long red candle. So if this falls to, and now in the after hours it's like 51. So if this falls to around 45, I think I'd probably start picking up some smaller calls on this, maybe 6 months out, something like that. Target price around $70, I think it's possible. Although there's literally, we don't have any data on this one, but just assuming that it does keep trending on the up and up, then we could be good. Now, I'm not going to personally put a lot of money into this because I put the risk as a 4, but I even considered doing a 5, but just because of the unique return system, and this is one of the e-commerce giants in Korea, I put it at a risk of 4. But since we don't have much data on this, and I've never actually used it because I don't live in Korea, so I can't really say. But it seems like this is going to be the Amazon of Korea, so there's always that to go off of. But definitely a much safer thing would be to just dollar cost average into commons. You could do now, you could do at start of 45. I think both would be acceptable. And then what you guys have all been waiting for is cake. So, Cheesecake Factory, ticker symbol, cake. That's actually a really cool ticker symbol. And in case you guys don't live in the US or don't know what a Cheesecake Factory is, it's actually a restaurant that makes pretty awesome cheesecakes, and I personally like their food. So as you guys know, with the transition out of tech recently into the more cyclicals, into food and beverage, into restaurants, into travel, into leisure, with the economy opening up, more people are going to be actually going to the restaurant locations and sitting down inside of the restaurants and having meals for the first time these weeks and these months. This is going to be an interesting play as the economy opens up and goes back to normal. People are going outside. The lockdown restrictions are lifted. You guys get the point. So I think this is going to be an interesting play. Currently, they have done really well. During the tech sell-off, they've actually been going up, and they've been a little flat for the past week or so. But if it does dip down to the 50-day moving average or ish, maybe around less than $50, I think this could be a good play. I want to get a deal on it. I'm not just going to buy it now, although I did set the price for $65. But I want to get a deal. I'm patient. Remember, the stock market is a transfer of wealth between the impatient to the patient. So I'm patient. I'm going to wait for $50. Thanks for the advice, Warren Buff. But anyways, I put this at a risk of 3 because I don't think that this is all that risky. I've seen what they're doing in Asia. I've eaten at cheesecake factories in Beijing and Shanghai, and they're always busy. With the rising middle class, I think that this is actually a very good option. But more importantly, the catalyst would be the economy opening up in the States. So nevertheless, there is that, and I'm actually going to make a review of the Cheesecake Factory in Disneytown, which is an incredibly busy one. I once stood in line for like 4 hours just to get a buzzer to tell you that you're waiting for a table. Like, the line just wrapped around and around and around the Cheesecake Factory and down the street. Just insane. So yeah, I'm going to try to get some footage of it this weekend when I go, and I'm going to try to make a video reviewing some Cheesecake Factory in Shanghai, but just to prove the point that this is actually doing rather well in Asia. I bet you that Cheesecake Factory in Shanghai is busier than the ones in the States. But nevertheless, guys, take it all with a grain of salt. Hopefully you use my due diligence and fundamental analysis to form your own conclusions and make your own picks and set your own target prices. Don't just trust what I'm saying. This is just what I'm doing. You guys can take it how you want. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, and hopefully you can make some money off of my picks. And if you are making money off of my picks, go ahead and send me a screenshot. I will put you on the wall of fame in the Discord. Discord server is, the link is in the description. But go ahead, guys, hit me up on Twitter. Give me some likes on some of my posts. I post all the trades I'm doing there at opening bell. When I'm actually making a trade, I'll screenshot it, post it on my Twitter, and of course I'm doing the live stream, so go ahead and turn on the bell notifications. You're going to know when I'm live streaming. And making new videos with this due diligence. Anyways, guys, if you're wondering what platform I'm trading on, it is Webull. I really love Webull. It is my favorite broker by far, and I'm not just saying that. I trade on it, as you guys can see if you're paying attention. But all of these graphs are coming from Webull. So go ahead and sign up. Link in the description. 2 free stocks right now. They're actually giving away AMC, which is really hot right now because it is a meme stock, and it's $11, $12 or something like that. So if you deposit $100, you could literally get like a 20% ROI. Anyways, guys, Appreciate you tuning in. Smash that like, don't forget. And see you guys on the other side. Peace.